Where do we go from here is coming up. But Behringer just dropped the gray edition of the MS1, the wonderful Roland SH101 clone, now with the actual Roland chip. So Behringer and the great Uli baby have acquired the long sought after Roland chip, mama. And if you want to look up what number it is, go look it up. I can't look it up right now. But I'll tell you something. Buckle up, baby, because Behringer's about to come with the super heat. We all know it. We can smell it. We can feel it. There's rumblings in the air. There's a sweet, sweet scent of success that emanates these moments right before a Behringer release. You can call it Behringer. You can call it Behringer. You can call it whatever you want. I call it the greatest company on planet Earth, run by the greatest man, one of the greatest men on planet Earth, the great Uli baby. Shout out to Uli Behringer. Shout out to Patch Dog. Shout out to Gatto Boss Bartok. And shout out to that young lady they got working for him now too. Pure gem. So that's the housekeeping for today, man. That's what's going on with Behringer. Buckle up. You can smell it. I can smell it. It smells delicious. It's got a hint of vanilla. It's got a hint of almond extract. And it's got a whole hint of machismo, baby, because that's what's coming with the next Behringer drops. And I think we're all going to be very excited, pleasantly surprised, and it's going to be a good summer. So, where are we going from now, man? I've been running a little bit of an experiment on the channel. If you've noticed, I've kind of pulled a Marty McFly and went back to the future a little bit. I've been doing some old school jams, some new school flavor. We've added some new ladies to the synth lineup. The latest two are the Korg Multi-Poly Desktop, which is an absolute legendary synthesizer. Everybody should go buy one. And second up is the PMW Malevolent. I'm having so much fun with this thing. I've already made like 4 tracks with it, and the thing is just an absolute friggin' monster, okay? And so says the name. So if you don't know about the Malevolent, man, you check out Future Sound Systems. They've developed the Crick, this expensive beast of a synthesizer. That's who worked on the Malevolent. Then we've got the Mantis coming out. You never know. A Mantis might show up in the hands of Samurai someday soon. We'll see what happens. But I got my eye on it, and I'm a PWM fan for life. I love PWM. I love the company. I love Paul, who's running it. And I like the idea that they're collaborating with people, for example, Future Sound Systems on the Malevolent, and then they collaborated with the late Chris Huggins on the Mount Rushmore of synth. A man that doesn't get enough credit on the Mantis, a hybrid digital analog synthesizer that is an absolute monster as well. And I don't know who they're collaborating on for their third synthesizer, which is a fully digital. If you haven't checked it out, go check out some videos from Super Brute this year. And we're Shillbilly in full style, baby. We got the Murph turf out. We got the Miami Vice shirt rolling, baby. We're feeling good. And like I said, I've been running a little bit of an experiment on the channel. I'm trying to actually see if I go back to the future and I do some jams, old school style, with some visual eye candy and some insane, probably best of the best YouTube musical mixing you've ever heard, just by accident. I don't even know how it works. I'm just kind of like mix on the fly, whatever sounds good in the cans. Somehow comes out sounding like it was mixed by friggin' by the greats themselves. And I don't know how I do it. It just happens. And just synth blessed. I gotta say, I'm synth blessed. You guys are synth blessed. If you're looking at buying a synthesizer, there's no better time to buy a synthesizer than today, okay? Same planting a tree. You know the best time to plant a tree? Yesterday. You know the second best time? Today, okay? We're following that same philosophy on synthesizers. You know when the best time to buy a synthesizer is? Yesterday. Go ahead and hit the like button. Second best time to buy a synthesizer? Today. Third best time? Tonight, okay? That's what we're doing. So get out there, man. You work hard for your money. It's time to make your money work hard for you and go out and expand your generational synth wealth. Get out there, baby, and open your wallets. You know, you don't need to be putting on credit card. Just work a little extra overtime. We all work hard. Okay? Get one of your kids to set up a lemonade stand. Take 10%. Because listen, your kids didn't buy the lemonade. They didn't buy the glasses. They didn't buy the jugs. So, you know, if your kid got a lemonade, take 10%. Throw it in your synth bank. To be honest, if you got kids, you should have your kids out on the corner running lemonade stands all summer. You tell your kids, you're like, listen, from 8 to 1:30, you guys are running the lemonade stand. We're not just going to do lemonade. We're going to do raspberry lemonade. We're going to do blueberry lemonade. We're going to do lemonade that's got a little bit of carbonation to it, because everyone loves carbonation these days. And get your kids out there working, man, and take 10%. Take 10%, throw it in your synth bank. Before you know it, lemonade stands are profitable. Go type in lemonade stands in YouTube. All it is black dudes running lemonade stands and juice stands because they're smart. And they just fill up a cooler full of homemade juice and lemonade. Lemonade stands aren't just for kids. But if you got a couple kids, put them to work during the summer, get them out there, show them what it's like to earn $1 and take 10% off the top and throw it in the synth bank. And you have yourself a new synth in no time. And besides that, work a little overtime, do what you got to do to fill up that bank so you can bless yourself with a synthesizer. Because like we say in Samurai Nation, we ain't telling you to get rid of gear. We ain't telling you to be full of synth guilt, okay? We're not telling you to be full of synth guilt like all these YouTubers making I quit videos and like, these are the synths that I've sold this week and why. Okay, you know what? No one cares about that crap, bro. No one cares about what you sold. We only care about what you bought. All right? We want to know what you bought so we can figure out if we want to buy it. So get out there. Don't listen to nobody, man. I've seen it too many times. I've seen synth guilt take down too many people. Too many times. They've had the beautiful, most wonderful collections of synthesizers. They've had their own personal museums pretty much. And then they've got overwhelmed with synth guilt. And then they go out there and they feel like they don't deserve it. And they start getting rid of all their gear. And before you know it, they got a pot belly. They're sitting in the basement in the dark. Because they don't need lights no more. They don't need to see what's written under the knobs. They're sitting in the dark under the dim light of their computer screen, okay, hunched over with a Quasimodo back now, because all they're doing is jamming on VSTs, talking about VSTs, and that ain't the way to do it, man. It ain't the way to do it. And I've seen it happen to too many men. They get VSTD'd, okay? They got to go to the synth doctor and get a round of antibiotics to clear that up and shake them out of their stupor. You know, they once had a wonderful collection of vintage, new, cutting-edge gear. And now they're sitting in front of their desk with a floor full of Cheeto crumbs, playing VSTs all day, talking about VSTs. No one cares about VSTs, okay? Nobody cares. Especially me. And when I watch stuff about VSTs, it's boring. When I watch stuff about VSTs, I don't get it. All right? Yeah, if you want to like make pop music and you're trying to hit the charts and do all this stuff, use a VSTD, man. If you're trying to get a record out there as quick as you can, you know, you're going to get a VSTD. You're going to end up afflicted with the synth disease that's sweeping across Synth Nation. Okay? And there's only one cure. The one cure is to get back into hardware, get out there, buy yourself some hardware synthesizers, fill your room with some beautiful lights, okay? And stop getting troned out by the dim light of that friggin' Arturia sample pack or whatever you bugged into. All right, you got more VSTs on your computer. You wonder why you can't friggin' run a live stream anymore. It's because you got so many VSTDs on your computer that the friggin' thing won't run no more. You got it all blocked up. You go back and look at your bill. You go look at your PayPal. You've end up spending about $3,000-$4,000 on VSTDs. Now you're screwed. You don't even know which one to use anymore. You open up your VSTD player, whatever you're using, and guess what? Now you got 14,100 friggin' things to choose from. You get analysis paralysis. Before you know it, all you end up with is a crappy old generic bass line, and a friggin' drum loop. Congratulations. You just spent 4 or 5 hours sitting in front of a computer screen like you did all day anyways. It's time to stop it. It's time to knock it off. This is a call. This is a call back to hardware. It's a call back to tactile touch. It's a call back to getting back in deep with yourself, okay? Becoming one with your knob again, okay? Becoming one with your knob again. It's the only cure for this synth disease. Now, where are we going from here? This is the question. Where are we going from here? So I've been running an experiment on the channel. I've been going back to the future Marty McFly style, doing some old style live jams, adding a little bit of visuals to it, and just seeing how it does. Seeing how the old YouTube, see how it tickles. And just like I thought it would do, it did exactly like I thought. If I ain't running my mouth, everything goes south. And that's just the way it is. So you got to come up with the perfect recipe, all right? Of running your mouth, okay? Dressing like you're living down south. And then creating some absolute epic ear and eye candy for the viewers. Because guess what? You're only doing this for the viewers. If you act like you're doing it for yourself, you wouldn't be putting it on YouTube, all right? If you're acting like you're out here, you know, with this friggin', this pious, I'm just doing this for myself and screw the viewers, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. I don't care about thumbnails and titles. I don't care if the visual isn't exciting and the sound is off. I'm gonna record it through my phone and blah, blah, blah. Dude, listen, man. You're lazy. Okay? You're lazy. You're doing it to entertain the viewer, whether that's through a music video, a track, a gobshite run your mouth style scenario, some reaction style stuff. You're doing it for the viewer. So take some time, sit back, pull out an old school notepad and a pen, and write down what you think your viewer would want to see. Write down what you would want to see if you opened a video. Okay? What did I write down this morning? I wrote, listen, man, I think someone wants to see a dude dressed up like he's about to go for an interview for the 2025 Netflix series of Miami Vice. Okay? What do I got? All right, I got this shirt. I got my beautiful gold chain. I'm always rolling with a Murph turf. If anybody doesn't know what a Murph turf is, it's these sterling silver chest hairs that I've curated over the years, okay? Rolling with a hot tan, natural. And I was like, this is kind of the visual experience I would hope to see if I opened a video that was titled, Where Do We Go From Here? And had Behringer in it. So that's what I did. But the other beautiful part is, this is just what I wear anyway. So it worked. It just came natural. So sit down with yourself. First of all, if you have a YouTube channel, and if you're one of the synth renegades out there, if you're one of the participants in the absolute glorious experience of Symptoms of Reality, which to me, I mean, these cats are running one of the most hardcore challenges of all time. I labeled it the Iron Synth, but I'm changing that because they're not just a synth channel. They're a channel full of personality and charisma, so I call it the Iron Tube Challenge, right? And the boys are running it for a year straight, man. They're getting in there, they're putting in work, and I think sometimes they don't even see the growth that has happened. And we're all really lucky, man, that they've pulled open the curtain and allowed us to have a window into their life, man. They jam. They're wonderful musicians. They get better and better each time you hear their jams. They talk about interesting topics. It's such a beautiful place to go, and even in the chat you can interact. You can have debates with each other, and it's a group of people. You know what? They don't all agree, but that's the beautiful thing about it, because if you're just hanging out with people you agree with, you ain't ever gonna grow. And their channel is a beautiful channel. So go check out Symptoms of Reality. They're amazing. And I'm excited, man. I love watching their journey. And I'm excited to see what happens after the the Iron Tube Challenge, which is hard, man. You try it. Try to make a video a week and see how hard it is. Then try to go live once a week, see how hard that is. Then try to do it every single day and see how hard that is. It's extreme. You know what it is? It's the extreme sport of YouTube. Going live every day is insane. So just get back to what I was saying. You know, if you are out there and you're trying to have a channel, grow a channel, create an experience, think about yourself, but also put most of your thought into what is going to give my audience, the people who come to hang out here, the best experience visually, the best experience mentally and spiritually, and the best experience if you're a musician sound-wise. And just take some time and think about it and create it and do it. And don't worry, just keep changing, keep evolving. Go back to things you used to do and bring them back with a new twist, a new flavor. Look at your analytics. See what people are liking. See what people don't like. Ruffle some feathers. Don't be scared. And just remember, all you're doing is hosting your own TV station. If you build it, they will come. If you're doing a live stream, me and Echo talked about this. I had a chat with the wonderful Rourke. Shout out to Rourke Industries, the greatest 3D printing company on the planet. I just got 2 end cheeks show up for the Malevolent, 3D printed by Rourke Industries. I'll break that out later in a video. But if you're going to do it, spend a lot of time with your title and your thumbnail. And don't look at it as a chore. Look at your thumbnail as a piece of art, and look at your title as a piece of copyright. You are trying to make people click on your video. It's what you're trying to do. Don't bullshit me and say you're not. Don't try to tell me you're not, because you wouldn't created a YouTube channel if you didn't want people to click it. You want people to click it, so you have to put a worm on the hook. I've said this the last 3 or 4 times, but I really got to let it sink in. And I'm talking to myself too, because I haven't went all the way. I didn't go full Nightcrawler, baby, with the clickbait, okay? And you got to look at clickbait a different word, because it's got a connotation that is a little bit negative. No, your first objective is to create a high quality piece of content. Audio visual. Focus on that. Keep it simple. You need high quality visual, high quality audio. Step 1. Step 2. You need a beautiful piece of art in the thumbnail, and you need a beautiful title, aka copyright, that is basically the billboard to enter your restaurant, your pub, your establishment. You want people to come in. How are you going to do that? All right? You got to put up a sign out front, whether it's a golden banana, okay, a hot chick. You got to put something out there that makes people want to click, okay? The synth community, the gear tube community, the average age of the gear tuber is 45 to like 70 or something, okay? So when I'm scrolling through stuff, what am I clicking on? I'm clicking on things that are visually appealing, whether it comes to gear, all right? Whether it comes to something looking fly that makes me curious, and I'm like, let me check this out. But you need a good title. This is what you got to do. You got to get past the fact that you're too good for clickbait. You got to get past it. It's not clickbait. It's the sign to your goddamn store. It's not clickbait. Okay? It's your billboard saying, come on in here and check out what we got going on. So get over the fact. Don't be lazy. Work on your title, work on your thumbnail, work on your audio, work on your visual. That's what you do. Don't do anything until you do that. And if you're doing a live stream, like I was saying to my great friend Echo Craft, if you go live and you're just starting, pretend there's 100,000 people watching. Set up your stream so when it's watched back, you're cognizant that people are going to click it. They want it to feel like a show. So you set it up from the beginning to feel like it's pre-recorded. It's an illusion. You set it up, and then when someone goes and clicks it and watches it back, they don't feel like they're just jumping into some random thing that just happened. No, it's cognizant, it's orderly. They can follow what's going on. You give them a preview of what you're about to do, then bam, damn, thank you, ma'am. We got what's going on. There it is. Title, thumbnail, boom. That's what you do. So anyways, I gotta go. The internet's gonna cut out, but the point is, take some time and think about what you're doing. Get rid of all these shackles that have been holding you back, that you don't want to be labeled a clickbaiter. You don't want to be labeled this, that, and the other. No, it's not. Bait's a good thing. If bait wasn't a good thing, there wouldn't be a bait shop on every corner of a river in the ocean on planet Earth. Bait is positive. I gotta roll. Anyways, we'll be back later. I'll show you those end cheeks. Slow.